Hey everybody, it's Vanessa from Big Life Journal and welcome to Mindset Monday. This week we are talking about a really important topic. It's about how to help your kids manage the real big feelings that they have, especially around failure, fear of failure, and making mistakes. This topic was brought to us by our amazing Facebook group. We have a private group called Raising Kids with a Growth Mindset. We'll put a link to it for you. And this is a topic that's come up a couple of times. How do we help our kids basically with emotional regulation when they make a mistake, a big mistake, a little mistake, or when they fail at something and then they just maybe melt down because they don't have the skills or the vocabulary to manage their way and work their way through the situation. So we're going to talk about that today. And then I'm going to show you our incredible printable that we have that's already just insanely popular. So before we look at the printable, let's just chat a little bit about how we can help our kids with emotional regulation, especially in the face of making mistakes and failure, because it happens every day. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody experiences failure, and this will actually help when you help them with emotional regulation. When you give them the skills and you model it, it helps with resilience also, and how to overcome obstacles. It's a crucial life skill to have on a daily basis for them to be able to do this. Now, depending on the age of your kid, that's gonna change how you approach the situations, but we've got some great starter steps in our blog post that I encourage you to read. And then that's where you can also sign up for the free printable if you don't have it already. So I want to talk about the first two steps in the printable, and I'll show it to you in a minute. There's 4 steps. So I'm going to just focus on the first 2. And the first one is explaining why feelings are useful, right? Because your kids may not understand that these feelings that they're having are actually basically like little triggers in their body that are saying, help, SOS, we feel out of control, we've made a mistake, we don't know what to do. So when our kids can understand that the feelings are a good thing, then that can kind of help maybe diffuse the situation to see that it's not wrong for having these feelings, and it's okay to be overwhelmed, and it's okay to feel like you've made a mistake. But it's what's the next step then is to have an action plan, and how do we get through that? How do we come out to the other side of it where we can learn something and also encourage them and help them encourage themselves to just kind of keep going and, look at whatever just happened as a learning opportunity and not as just sort of this horrible bad thing that happened. And that's why I love the second step, which is an action plan, which is what you can help your kid put in place when they start feeling overwhelmed. This is an important conversation to have with your kids, especially creating the action plan when things aren't blowing up. I don't really know how else to say it. So have this conversation with your kid before something happens. Like sit down one day and, talk about, hey, I noticed that sometimes when, X, Y, or Z happens, or when you can't tie your shoes, or you feel frustrated, and acknowledge that they're feelings and do it in a calm manner, and have a plan in place so that they can be redirected quickly to take that, whatever that emotion is, and help get themselves to a place of calm, and then talk about the situation, whatever it is, so that it can be a constructive and helpful conversation. So enough of me chatting. Let's flip the phone around so I can show you the 2 printables you're going to get this week. You're going to get this summary, and we've talked about these 2 steps here, explaining why feelings are useful and creating an action plan. And then we also talk about why you should validate their feelings, right? And how you can ask questions, and then also co-regulate, right? This is a big one. Because you want to respond to their frustrations with warmth and support instead of getting worked up yourself, right? And, definitely a challenge, but this has to be done in order for things to kind of go smoothly. And then this is the printable. This is a gorgeous little poster that you can print out, hang it up. If you're a teacher, you can hang them up in your classroom. At home, you can put them on the fridge or in your child's bedroom, or just somewhere they can easily get to it when they are feeling upset, worried, or disappointed. And, have them circle, 3 or 4 ideas that they're going to go to when they need to get themselves to a place of calm, and know that you're going to be there to help them do that as well. And if you want, you can take your poster here and create a little calming corner or a calming basket. Maybe you grab our growth mindset activity kit. There's so many great movement-based activities in here that just kind of get the body going. Or maybe it's one of our kits. My personal favorite is our challenges kit, because it's just a great way to talk about gratitude and other types of things. You know, painting supplies, perler beads. Maybe it's a nice little smooth stone that they could just hold in their hand and squeeze, or essential oils, or games. And you can create this little corner, you know, put the items in a basket, buy the poster, and just have this, you know, that you can pick up and grab and move it with them inside, outside, or wherever. I hope that was helpful for you. I really encourage you, you know, check out the printable, read the blog post. Let us know what you think. What are your go-tos for your kids? Do you have a calm down corner at home? How do you address this topic with your kids? We always love to hear from our community, and I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks.